Hello everyone, good morning once again. I want to first of all wish you a happy new year. Thank God that you made it to this fantastic year. It's a good year to be alive. And also thank you for joining the ESG Naija Hangout channel. It's a pleasure to have you, and I look forward to for us working together to take us on this journey of capacity building in the ESG and sustainability space. Now, I wanted to give a background first of how this idea came about, just for your, for your understanding. So in 2020, when there was a lockdown, everywhere was shut down. So it gave us some of us some time to reflect on the journey so far. And one thing was clear from that reflection. One, there were several environmental and social issues affecting the world globally. Two, there was a very serious skills gap in this area, especially from Africa, the continent where some of these problems are prevalent. Three, that also had the other side of opportunity for Africans if they upskill. Now, I also had some time to reflect on the Nigerian educational tertiary institution and the lack of the hopelessness involved in graduating and not getting a job, even with after having an engineering degree. So then it occurred to me that look, if there's this major gap in the world, these are big issues affecting the world: climate impacts, extreme weather, biodiversity loss, lack of social cohesion, cybersecurity threats, and the rest of them. And you also have the people in Africa, in Nigeria, over 200 million people that can also solve these problems, and they are being impacted real time by these problems. So I felt that it was, and also based on my skill set, which I've fortunately gotten over time, I felt like I had a feeling of giving back and also bridging this gap in my own small way. So what I did was, at the time, to start up in November 2020, to start having sessions, but these sessions were targeted at undergraduates and final year students of tertiary institutions, and also very young graduates that had 0 to 3 years of experience that were willing to learn more about this. So I started having sessions virtually, because it was virtual. And because I had time after my work, I fixed sessions in the evenings, and I had a couple of these sessions, and I'm happy it inspired a lot of people. We also had the privilege of, with myself and some of my friends at the time, Mufon, and some other colleagues, opened up the ESG Champions platform, which was also a response. Mufon had that idea, and he shared with us, and this platform has now grown from 5 or 6 of us initially to more than 1,000 people, which is also helping people grow in this space. Now we'll move on to these two things were happening simultaneously. And in the new year of 2021, I decided to open a podcast, which is basically where I share my thoughts on some of these things for graduates, undergraduates, and final year students. But again, the pressures of work and other stuff made it very difficult to have consistency in the content I produced. But what I did was I still continued having offline engagements with people, young people in the platform, and that's also helped a lot. And I'm very happy to report that most of the people I met on that platform, or that approached me, have grown over these years. They've had very exponential growth in their career. Some of them, I met them, they're a bit confused of what to do, but now some of them have even picked up jobs globally in the UK, in Ireland. I also support people that are in Australia, some in Canada, and even some of the people in the US. So it gives me joy that this dream of building the ESG and sustainability capacity of Africans, basically including Nigerians, that it is yielding fruit. And it inspires me when I see that people have the skills to not just improve their livelihood, but also contribute to the global problem, to solving it, because it's always good to bring in that local context, which helps to innovative in solving problems. When there's diversity in the think tanks that are trying to tackle a problem, diversity is very important because it brings a range of views and people can actually solve those issues. So that is really a background of how I continue doing that and inspire myself to help people more. Now, this year, I said, okay, you know what? Why don't I open a channel where at least I can make updates? First of all, there's the ESG Champions Group, which is a fantastic place that you should be there. If you're not there already, you should be there. So there has updates that you need. My channel is just more like a smaller personalized group of people or people that have joined that I can also share daily things with, and that's both of them feed off each other, right? So there's a bigger platform and there's a smaller one where we can have one-on-one sessions through the emails, and we can trigger discussions on what needs to be done, so I opened this channel. It's still new, and hopefully this channel will be an avenue to do more, even in building capacity. So my aspiration is to build Africa's next generation of ESG and sustainability talent, because I have a belief in me that these are the people that can really solve these issues affecting Africa, whether it's from impacts of climate change, physical impacts of climate change, to the water scarcity, to desertifications, to industrial effluent management, to social issues like gender-based violence and harassment, to diversity in the workforce, different, and even governance. So this is just my own attempt to doing that, and hopefully I don't have the crystal ball to know how it's going to be, but this is just me taking the first step to helping bring these ideas I have in my little head to life, and hopefully with your help we can continue on this journey. I've already posted a video of one I did for my alma mater, University of Benin Geology Department, where basically I try to give them some hope by taking them through my journey, right? The journey from being a geologist, that's maybe probably supposed to work in an firm, to moving into an investment firm, financial services. So and I've told this story not to blow my trumpet, but just to inspire people that the world we live in now is not a question of what you study. It's actually how do you relearn, unlearn, and adapt your skills to what are the global needs, so that way you stay relevant. First of all, it keeps you in the market. That means you have a job, and this job is not restricted to the Nigerian market. It means you are part of the global pool of talent, and you can be picked upon by employers in Europe, in Asia, in the Americas, and of course in Africa. Secondly is that it also gives some level of fulfillment, because sustainability is like what we know, is like sometimes like common sense, but again, it gives you some fulfillment that you are doing things to make the world a better place. Where anything that involves improving people and improving the environment is actually something that is good for humanity. So this is the approach I take in my head, and hopefully as we take this journey, it's going to be a fulfilling one and mutual benefits to you and myself. I will try within the constraints of time, to always keep this channel with updates on what I feel we should know, and where the trend is going, whether in terms of development finance space, or in terms of the industrial manufacturing space, or in terms of consulting, and I'm happy to take the journey with you. Once again, welcome to the channel, and I wish you all a fantastic and amazing new year, and look out for more content. Have a fantastic celebration. Bye for now.